Japanese culture.
Yes.
Verdict.
I love it. I really fucking love it. I don't know if I love the Japanese culture as much as I love the Western take on the culture. Because they're obviously batshit insane. By Western standards, they're fucking crazy. Anyone that knows me knows I enjoy my anime, you know. I don't really...
I was flicking through your collection of fucking films and TV shows when Catherine was over.
Yeah.
And every... Like, 2/3 of your collection is just anime that we've never heard of.
Easily.
We're flicking through and it's like, what is this?
Yeah. There's some really fucking good stories out there. And I like...
Do you even watch all of your collection or is it just there?
I watch a lot of it. One of my favourite animes of all time is this is the fucking problem. Translations get lost. It was called... She calls it... It's like the Bellflower Girl, Bunny Drop...
What's it called in Japanese?
Usagi. It's Usagi Dropu. Translated to the Bunny Girl or Bunny Drop or Bellflower Girl.
Yeah.
Dependent on the story. And that is a story about a guy who adopts a girl who is illegitimately conceived by his granddad.
Sounds a bit heavy.
Yeah, and it is just a drama. There's nothing more to it than a drama. And it's an amazing story. There's nothing... It's funny, it's kind of deep, it's sad, it's happy. It's basically what you'd expect to read in a female's book. You know what I mean?
Specifically a female.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they read, I don't know, something about living on a farm.
A man picks it up and it just burns your fingertips.
Yeah, exactly. You know how females read that specific type of prick book?
Like Danielle Steele or Root or
light
novels. Like Catherine Cookson.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of yeah. Emily Steele's written this fucking book, and it's about a man living on a farm who's taming...
Emily Steele?
I don't know. I don't even know if they're a real person. But you know, it's that kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
But the best thing about it, so this man adopts a girl that's been illegitimately conceived by his granddad, and series 1 is basically him kind of making changes to his job and kind of going on and getting the family life, which is lovely. It is absolutely amazing. It kind of goes about the girl making friends because she's quite socially inept. The guy changing his life completely because he was kind of like a go-getter at work and he'd go out at night and go drinking with his mates, but now he's got to be home early from work to pick up the girl from school. Like, he's got to make new types of friends to kind of understand how raising a child is. And then series 2, he has sex with her.
With the child?
With the child.
And this is your favourite?
It is my favourite. They haven't animated Series 2, and I am looking forward to that. But Series 2 takes place a lot later. But that's the interesting thing. Like, she's not a child.
How old is the girl at the time that she has sex with her father?
Like, 18 plus. That's the interesting thing.
So it's not a paedophilia story. Let's make that very fucking clear. It's an incest story.
It's an incest...
Not a paedophilia story.
Yeah, let's get those two separated, right? Yeah, but like that's the like I loved series 1, and I'm not gonna be one of these pricks that's like, oh, I read the manga before I watched the TV show.
Well, no, the reason I separate between paedophilia and incest is
Japan.
Yeah, no, Japanese culture. It's not treated the way if we're at the fucking Beano here, yes. Right? And Dennis the Menace got bummed by his dad.
I remember that.
The uproar would be endless, right? But in Japanese culture, stories of paedophilia, or at least girls who look like they're underage, and incest aren't rare.
They fucking love it.
They're not rare. Like, do you remember the Mega Milk picture?
Yes.
Like, it was a meme, about a girl with massive tits.
Yep.
And it was Mega Milk was the subtitle. It was a 4chan thing, and it was also...
They loved it.
That picture comes from a story about a sister who had tiny breasts, who then grew and developed massive breasts, who had sex with her brother.
Right. So it seems like a good story.
Yeah, but these stories aren't rare in the Japanese culture.
Not at all.
And this is why I feel like Western culture can't fully appreciate Japanese culture, because they've got such a different spin on so many aspects of it.
Yeah.
Like, I've been to Japan. I spent 6 days in Tokyo.
Which really annoys me, because I would love to go.
We will do it.
No, sorry, not annoys. You've got to get me a Japanese woman.
In Tokyo, I was being shown around by a friend of my brother's, who lived in Tokyo, and he took us out to dinner and took us out for a tour of the town and all that sort of shit. He showed me a brothel, a Japanese brothel, next door to a police station.
Fuck.
So you've got the cops.
So you can either report the fact that your wallet's been stolen.
But yeah, I've been to Tokyo, and I've been to the fucking markets where they've got, it's just wall to wall manga magazines, and then souvenirs and dolls and pictures and posters and costumes, and we've had pictures taken with people in cosplay outfits.
Yeah.
Harajuku Station and the fucking Shinjuku fashion, the whole thing. We've been there, I've seen it, and it's just as mad as you think it is.
Yeah.
It's fucking mental. Like, you walk through it and you appreciate it and you think this is cool, but then you realise, as much exposure as I've had in Europe to this thing, this is way past anything I could potentially ever understand.
So are you saying we get a diluted taste of the crazy?
We get what's filtered through.
Yeah.
Like, however mental we think it is, it's exponentially bigger than we'll ever understand. But to them, it's not odd.
Yeah.
To the Japanese, their culture is just what it is.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's what they've grown up.
It's like us having a fucking Loch Ness monster, or us going Shrove Tuesday where we're going to have pancakes. If you get a foreign person, you explain the concept of fucking Shrove Tuesday to them. Yeah, we've not had any sweets for a couple of weeks. Oh, so do the stores not sell sweets? Nah.
I might have touched on this in a previous Whiskey Night. If I repeat myself, I apologise.
You should apologise to me.
Myself and Floss, I'm not believing that, because it's a fairly innocent story.
Yep.
We went drinking
fairly innocent
all day.
Yep.
Right, and ended up at about midnight in an electric darts bar, which is a darts bar. You fucking throw darts at a board, but the board is plastic and there's little holes in it, and you throw plastic darts and you get it in the hole, and then it's attached to like a massive pinball machine kind of thing. It's just lights going off and digitized images and fucking sounds kicking off when you just hit a score.
Yeah.
And we don't know how we're fucking doing, because we're just throwing darts. We can't understand the instructions. It's like, fucking, I've got 120, I win. And we're necking through cocktails, and the cocktails are served in a monkey head. And it's
why wouldn't they?
Yeah, and there's two bar staff who can't speak any English, so we're discussing purely through a translation dictionary where we'll flick through the page and find the translation we want and show them. And then they go to the opposite faction language, and then they find their response and they respond to it. Yeah. And we've got a 2-hour conversation with them.
How lovely is that, though? But
the point is that the electric darts bar was Mexican themed, right? So there's tequila everywhere, there's fucking sombreros, cactuses, donkeys, all that shit, right? These people have never met a Mexican, let alone been to Mexico, right? And in London, this would be ironic. This would be check out this weird fucking cool, this cool like scene kind of underground club. Yeah. So over there, there's not a hint of irony. Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
If you walk through these doors, you are Mexican.
It's a Mexican themed electric darts bar bang in the middle of Tokyo, right? And there's no hint of they're doing it just for the cool points. It's just what the businessman thought would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Right?
This will sell. This will get people through the doors.
That's the difference, is that there's no hint of sarcasm or irony or anything else.
Or
it's just what they want to do.
They're not being vicious. No. They're not kind of appropriating. No. They're not
They just thought, what do we like? We like electric darts, we like sombreros, and we like cocktails served in monkey heads. Let's combine the three and fucking do it.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it was a great night. We made friends. They took a Polaroid of us to put behind the bar.
Yeah.
To show that we'd been there for fucking ages, drinking and talking through a dictionary and all that shit. They were great. The bar staff were fucking great. And we left at like 4 in the morning.
Fuck.
It's a 24-hour bar.
Fuck.
You know?
When are we going to Japan?
Yeah, but over here, you don't get that. If you've got a Mexican themed bar, it would be
shit.
They would shove that so far, like tequila across the board and Mexican music. And fucking, you get a free sombrero to wear when you're in the bar. Yeah. And the bar staff are like, look how hip and cool we are.
Yeah.
There's none of that over there. Over there, it's just what I want to do, they fucking do it.
Yeah.
So the question was Japanese culture. We've got 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
Have you got any spin on it that you wish you could understand more? Things you've experienced?
I'd love to go there. I would really, really love to go there. There's very few places in the world that I'd appreciate to go. And I'm one of these people that I'll probably get shot down for this, or, you know, some person on Tumblr in Action will get really upset about the fact that I'm about to say this sentence, but China and Japanese and Japan, I appreciate they're two separate places. In my mind, I can't separate the two. So I can't say that right there is Chinese, that right there is Japanese. So that's a big problem for me. Probably going to be disappointing if I ever go to one, or if I'm given money, or if I somehow save enough money to go one or the other, and I just do one on a whim, I'm probably going to end up disappointed because I'm going to think Tokyo's in Japan, or I don't know. You know, I don't. Yeah. Geography's not good for me. I don't understand things like that. I
think the main difference is that Japanese culture absorbs Western culture a lot more easily than the Chinese.
I think they appreciate
like
more.
Lost in Translation.
I've never seen that movie.
You need to see it.
I've been told it's amazing.
But the main premise is that the reason that Bill Murray's character is in Japan is that he's getting paid $1 million to do a whiskey commercial, and he is a Western film star, way past his prime.
Yeah.
But the premise is that because the Japanese are so appreciative of Western culture that they're willing to pay him $1 million to come and do a fucking whiskey advert.
Yeah.
And that's a different. I don't think in China you'd get massive Western stars doing an advert. Whereas in Japan, David Beckham does adverts for watches, or George Clooney does adverts for fucking aftershave.
Yeah.
And they get paid a ridiculous amount of money because the culture's there to accept them.
And they love it.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's hard for us to understand over here. I am mega jelly that you've gone over there. I really need to
go. We'll do it. We'll put it in a bucket list. Me and you, and one day we'll go to Japan.
On our first payout for this channel, which is gonna net us fucking millions. So from all of this, I need to fuck an Asian.
He really does. I'm not even going to bleep that. This man needs to click off his bucket list.
I really do. So if you're hot and Asian, you know what? Even if you're not hot, I'm willing to go there. So if you're kind of money and Asian, the good Asian, that's the Chinese or Japanese.
Fuck, bleep there somewhere.
No bleeps. Hit me up, bro.
Alright. Okay, we decided we're going to Japan.
Boom!